We are in Arkansas, and we are about to be on the I-40 going westbound. I just took a shower and I am fresh. I have been up since 4 this morning, and I have driven for about 4 or 5 hours already. I did some outside work early this morning for about 3.5, 4 hours, and then here we are at Pilot Truck Stop in Arkansas, and we're about to roll. Where are you going? Right in front of us, when I came in here, there was a bunch of stuff that was thrown out of a truck. I'm thinking that there was a team, like teammates, 2 truckers that were teammates, and they broke up, and one of the guys, or 2 girls, or a guy and a girl, and one of them threw the other one's stuff out of the truck and left, while the other one was in the bathroom or getting food or something like that. There was like totes and bins and like milk crates full of someone's stuff right there on the road when I came into the truck stop. So that sucks. That sucks. When I was in training, my first trainer was an absolute prick. Like, he was okay at first, but then I was his first trainee, so he wasn't used to having someone in his space. I wasn't used to being in a space that's smaller than a prison cell either, but he started being a prick like 10, 11, 12 days in. What is a stop sign? Even though I couldn't see it, I knew it was a stop sign. Even though, so it's like 10, 12 days in, he started being a prick. And I was at a truck stop. Where were we? We were in like Nevada or Utah. Actually, no, I know where it was. We were at a truck stop in California, and I called up dispatch, and I was like, "Yo, I'm gonna get off the truck here because this guy's being a prick." And they were like, "Can you just hold on for like 2 more days so we can get you back to Montana, so you can get off the truck?" Because I was almost done with that phase of training. So that first phase of training was when I didn't yet have my CDL, and I went to my first company trained you all the way up. So I didn't even have my CDL when I first started working on a truck, or training on a truck, I guess you could say. So those first like 12 days, I was on someone's truck, and they taught me what they knew, or enough to pass, or just to have experience, I guess, to pass the CDL test that my company also administered. They also gave the test. I think a lot of people might say, me included, that that's like a conflict of interest, the fact that your company is the one testing the people that work there, but at least my company was thorough. The head trainer was awesome. I still remember stuff he told me. Anyway, so I got off his truck after like 12 days, and then 3 days later, I took my CDL test. I had to do a full truck inspection from the front of the tractor to the back of the trailer, and then I had a road test where we drove all around Missoula, Montana for like, I don't know, 20, 25 minutes, and every single thing that possibly could have happened on that test, it was as if it was a simulator. It happened. I had to stop for a train. I had to go over railroad tracks. I had to stop for a school bus. There was a guy on his bicycle on the road, and then there was a woman with her stroller, and then like 2 miles later there was a woman running. So like I had to yield, stop, go around, put my hazards on, every single freaking thing. It was as if it was the test was made perfectly for me, but it was just everyday life. And I've taken on the road test where nothing happened, so it was just interesting. So after the road test, I went on another truck for about 3 months, where I drove with the guy. So it was like teaming. It was teaming. It wasn't like teaming. So I would drive, he would sleep, I would drive. He wasn't the best truck driver, and I don't mean like he couldn't drive. Like, the guy could drive, he knew his stuff, but he was quite lazy. And he wouldn't drive that many more miles. So it was kind of on me to make the miles. He didn't care because he had like disability income. And the thing is, like, I made a set amount of money a week. It was $900 a week during training. But the problem is, I couldn't get off the truck until the truck did a specific amount of miles. So I would always drive the full 11 hours of my shift to get as many miles as I could, because I knew he wouldn't run that many miles that day. He literally ran between like 180 and 250 miles a day, which was ridiculous. So the majority of the miles we did was me. And that's just how it works. And here I am. I dealt with a lot of interesting people and a lot of interesting situations to be on the truck. Such a great shower, though, I'll tell you what. We are about to be in Little Rock, Arkansas. Arkansas. My glasses are still fogging up from just having taken my shower. That's how much heat I'm generating. Where is everyone watching from this Sunday? Let me know in the comments. We got some Germans and some Brits and some Canadians and some French people. I see you guys. I look at the stats. I see you. Some fellow Americans in the chat. We are headed west on the I-40. That is one of the major interstates in the United States. It goes west to east or east to west, and we are going west. We are in Arkansas. We are about to be in Little Rock, Arkansas. pretty much entering Little Rock, Arkansas as we speak. I know a woman here, but I didn't call her and text her enough, so that's done. She was cute too, which is too bad. I was busy, and I was busy, and I didn't call her enough, so it's too bad. I do go through Little Rock often, so it's too bad that I don't really talk to her anymore. Different driving somewhere in the daytime than it is at nighttime. I know that's pretty obvious, but sometimes it just tricks me out. I'm on this stretch of road so much at night, so driving it during the day right now is tripping me out a little bit. It's nice because I get to see what's off the highway. Drive your Jeep. Or is that a Ford Explorer? Is that a Ford Explorer or a Jeep? I think it's a... I can't see. What is that? I think it's a Ford Explorer, right? Could be a Jeep. I can't... That logo is totally Jeep or Ford to me right now on the back of that SUV. We got a Dodge Ram pickup truck coming up on the left here. Oh, I mean, he might be moving. He's got a bunch of bags in the back. He's got totes and duffels and garbage bags. I think my man is moving. I don't know if there was someone in the passenger seat, but that woman or that man is moving. Wonder where they're going. Got a flatbedder coming up here on the left. He's got a big, giant, tall load on the back. I am feeling pretty good if you guys didn't notice. I'm a little stressed. Some things are happening in my life, but I am feeling a lot better than I was last week at this time. I did something really stupid. Last week at this time, and I was feeling pretty freaking bad. So I've calmed down from that. I've righted some of the damage that I caused to myself since last week. So I'm feeling a lot better. Which is nice, obviously. Last time I was in Arkansas was 12 days ago. I feel like I should be in Arkansas more, considering the freight I run, but I'm not. I'm not here that as much as I should, I feel. Hello, hello. We're on the I-40 going westbound in Arkansas. After we drop here in Arkansas, we're picking up another trailer right there on the fly, and we are headed to Pennsylvania. So I will be headed right into the thick of the storm. One of my friends got absolutely effed up in Ohio storm this morning. He said it was pretty bad. He took some pictures. He sent them to me. I mean, it didn't look as bad as he was saying, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how I fare in the Northeast this week. Pro tip, public service announcement of the day, of the week, of the month. Try not to give your YouTube or your, well, yeah, I mean Instagram. I mean that's going to be normal, but try not to give your YouTube account to someone you're dating, whether it's a guy or a girl, a boyfriend, girlfriend, etc. Because then the crazy a-holes have a way to stalk you that they shouldn't have. Even if you think you potentially might date someone, I wouldn't give it away. If you're like a something that creates a lot, especially if someone streams a lot. This girl who I almost dated, like I didn't even date her, is always in the comments. Not now. I'm not calling anyone out right now. Not calling anyone out right now. No, she is not in the comments right now. But she was in the comments hard, like last Sunday, I think, and it was very annoying. She was asking me to call her and stuff, and all this crap, and I was done with it. I didn't want to. I wouldn't give, if you create on your YouTube account, if you create on anywhere, on your TikTok, your Instagram, if you're a creator, I wouldn't give accounts out to people that you might potentially date or are dating. For me, it's like twofold. Like, one, I don't want them to have a way to stalk me and see what I'm doing, like watch my life, right? That's one. And two, I'm not as open while I'm creating when I know someone I know is watching. So it's just, yeah, it's not good look. Not good. It's really bothersome. And it kind of just slipped. Like the day, it's funny because the day I met this girl was like the day I started this channel. So I just like, I was like happy, or like it was like the day, I think actually it was like 3 days after I met her, I started this channel. And I was like happy about it, and like, you know, so I was like sharing with people. But like as soon as I shared it, I knew I shouldn't have. And yeah, it's just, I guess it's whatever now. She's gonna keep on watching or she's not. There's not much I can do about it. She has the link. We're through Little Rock. We're on the fringes of Little Rock at the moment. Like the suburban outskirts, I guess you could say. I got some coffee at the pilot I was at, but it sucks. Like, the coffee sucks. It's either old or it's poorly made, but it's like undrinkable. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with it, but there's something wrong. It freaking sucks. I don't want to get off the road again, but I'm gonna have to get off the road to get some coffee. I have like a few drops of iced coffee left. That's not going to be enough. And I don't have a Keurig on the truck anymore. Maybe I'll get another one. I don't know. The problem is in this truck, there's not a place to put the Keurig permanently. What I mean is, like, I can't just strap up the Keurig like I used to and just leave it there. There's no spot like that in this particular truck. So I'd have to, like, put it away all the time, and that's a real B, considering, like, there's usually a water reservoir, and the water might get all over the place, or it might get dirty, etc., etc. So probably just continue what I've been doing, which is buying iced coffee, Starbucks iced coffee at Walmart, and then getting semi-fresh coffee at truck stops and really fresh coffee at Starbucks when I can. Texas Roadhouse. So even though we just started, we will be pulling off the road here soon so I can get some actual good coffee. Arkansas's or Arkansas's best catfish. Oh my god. Oh my golly. anyone say golly? Raise your hand if you say golly. You gotta be kidding, man. So this flatbed just got in front of me and broke hard because of that state trooper. And I'm not gonna lie, I want to call up some names right now. It's pretty much a brake check. And he wasn't going that fast, so yeah, I'm gonna go with pussy. He's a pussy. I guess he's afraid of the cops, or he's got his cousin he's married to in the passenger seat. That's illegal or something. I don't know. We are in Arkansas. That was some bullshit. Just joining us, we are on the I-40 going westbound in Arkansas. I'm feeling good today. How about you? I am tired, I will say that much. But what to do?